Boys. Our next guest is the host of the MTV Half-Hour Comedy Hour, and he will be performing at the Comedy Connection in Greenbelt, Maryland. That will take place June 17th to the 21st of that week. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to this program, Mario Joyner.
Thanks. Well, hi, folks. How you doing? It's nice to be back here in New York City. I've been on the road. I was in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. That's Amish country, for those of y'all who don't know that. I saw something funny. I saw an Amish man get pulled over for drinking and driving. In a horse and buggy. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I think that would be the ideal thing to drive. How can you, drunk enough to wrong steer a buggy? How drunk do you have to be to make a horse weave? How much drinking? I would like to sit up there drunk, just let the horse do all the work, you know. They arrested the guy, though. He probably tried to blame it on the horse. That's the funny thing. I don't know what happened, officer. He must have got some of those fermented oats. I don't know what his problem is. He's all over the place. Then I heard them reading him his rights, which is kind of funny, you know. He had the right to remain silent, the right to make a phone call. Sitting there thinking, he's Amish. Who the hell is he going to call? None of his friends have telephones. He'd be better off getting up on the roof with that little bell just ringing it. Cling, 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 cling. Hopefully somebody's working in the field and they'll hear him. I do a lot of traveling. I stay in a lot of hotels. I stayed in a hotel once that had a male maid. A man came to make up my room. Yeah, thanks, but no thank you. I've grown accustomed to hearing a woman knock at the door. Nice, pleasant voice. Housekeeping. One morning I woke up to this. Get up, man. I gotta make up the bed. I don't care how long you planned on staying. You hear that voice, it's checkout time. He ain't even wait for me to open the door. He just walks in the room, starts kicking my underwear around. Pick your underwear, man. What's wrong with you? Picking up your dirty underwear. What's your problem? Then he got mad because I slept in 2 beds. Yeah. I mean, I paid for the hotel room. They gave me 2 beds. I slept in both of them. He looks at me like I'm deliberately giving him more work to do. How come you messed up 2 beds, man? You sleeping in 2 beds? You 2 people? I was scared to death. I woke up the next morning, made up the room before the maid came in. Yeah, give me a wake-up call. I want to get up before Norman Bates gets on his shit. Well, it's nice to be back here in New York City. Not to say we don't have crazy people here. There's some crazy people in New York, too. You know what I see a lot of? I see a lot of people talking to themselves in the city. Is it just me, but like every 5 people, someone talks to themselves? Isn't that the oddest thing in the world? I mean, we got 11 million people in this city. You trying to tell me you can't find somebody to talk to? Here we are crowded. People still insist upon making up imaginary friends. If you know somebody that's talking to themselves, you got to give them to stop because, you know, it only gets worse. My next-door neighbor's been living next door to me for like 6 months or so. He talks to himself every day. It's gotten to the point now where he argues with his imaginary friends. Not only talking, yelling at people that aren't even there. You got to feel sorry for that guy. I've always thought you go through the trouble of coming up with an imaginary friend, you should probably make up somebody that you get along with, you know? If I ever start hearing voices, I'm going to pick out the nice ones to talk back to. No wonder he has no real friends. He's a bad judge of character. Can't pick a nice voice out of your head, forget it. Real people are too complex for you. I still think the craziest people in this city are the cab drivers. They keep them crazier and crazier every day. I don't understand it. I was in a cab, and another cab was in front of us. And I saw a bumper sticker that said, "Do not tailgate." Do not tailgate on a cab? Like there's somebody that can actually keep up with the cab driver in the city? What is that? Their little way of regulating all the accidents that happen out there? That must be like a little safety precaution. I guess they figure, hey, I'm a cab driver. I'm already tailgating somebody. Let's keep this pile up down to 2 cars, all right? He's going too fast to get out and tell you, would you move back? I'm trying to kill this guy. I'll be back to you later. Thanks, I got to go.
Good to have you back here. Here, enjoy a soothing, cooling beverage. There you go, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
How's your summer going? What are you up to this summer?
Summer's going fine. I'm up to everything.
Yep.
I went in for this cross-training thing. I bought a bicycle. I started tap dancing because it keeps you in shape, you know. And I found out it was just too much. I run and lift weights and everything. And my back started hurting me. So I went to see a chiropractor, which I would like to advise people not to do.
Why is that?
I went for one day. I know, I'm not even sure if he's a doctor, you know. I go in there, I try to have faith in the guy. He lays me down on the couch, and he sticks his knee in my back. He's supposed to be a doctor. He's got his knee, he's cracking my back. I mean, I don't trust the guy. He's hurting me. Would you go to any other doctor that performed, you know, stuff like that? Would you go to an eye specialist that said, come here, you got cataracts? Okay, just hold still. Boom! He'll be all right. He just had cataracts. Let's keep fingers in it.
No, that would make no sense at all.
So, that's over with. I'm not seeing him anymore.
Well, that's good. What about your family? Is your family in this area, this part of the country?
No, I was actually, when I was driving through Lancaster, I was coming from Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that, yep.
And I seen them, you know. My dad still hasn't forgiven me for having my car stolen in the city. My car was stolen 2 years ago, David. 2 years ago, still I come home, I got to hear the same stuff out of him. My mother, she's fine with it. Oh, he had his car stolen, no big thing. My father thinks it's my fault.
Yeah, how can it be your fault?
I don't know. When I called him and told him about it, I said, Dad, the car was stolen. I hear him whispering to my mom, oh, baby, he done went and got the car stolen. How'd you do that? And then I try to explain it to him. I tell him, well, I parked it outside. You're parking your car outside. Told you kids about parking your car outside.
Made the mistake of taking it out of the house.
And leaving it outside. No, he blames everything on me. I was in an earthquake once, same response.
Yeah.
How'd you get yourself an earthquake? Walking around on shaky ground again.
You're going to be, let's see, we mentioned this, Greenbelt, Maryland, June 17th. That's about, is that a week or so from now?
Next week, I guess?
Yeah, through the 21st. So if you're in the area, go see Mario Joyner there at the Comedy Connection. Nice to see you. Well, hey, don't hog the beverage. We'll be right back with Lynn St. James.